got another worksheet uploaded on Oasis for you guys. Um, this will probably be the last part on arithmetic sequences. So pretty straightforward. We're going to get into some applications, some word problem type uses of arithmetic sequences, stuff that you'll see on the ACT several times. So I want to make sure that you know that. Now, arithmetic sequences, again, is the explicit rule. F of n equals my initial value, which I write down as a of 1 if I don't know what it is, plus d is my common difference, times n minus 1, so the number before. So if I'm looking for the seventh term, then I would look for f of 7 equals my initial value, whatever the first number in the sequence is, plus my common difference times 6, because I'm looking for f of 7. 7 minus 1 is 6. Okay, so this right here is what I'm going to use a whole bunch on my worksheet today. Okay, so I want to make sure I am going to do one of the problems with you, just so that it kind of makes a little more sense, and you can do the other two word problems. Now, numbers 1 through 3 is just kind of it has the diagram at the top of the page. It has some geometric figures, and they're in a sequence of sorts. And what they're trying to get you to determine is whether or not it is an arithmetic sequence. So I will let you do your best on that one. It asks you to make a table. Now, I will tell you, with arithmetic sequences, it always helps to make a table, because when you make that table, the numbers kind of pop off the page, and you can see a whole lot easier, oh yeah, there's a number that's being added every single time to this, or no, that doesn't look right. There's some numbers that don't look like they have the same number added or subtracted from them. So always, when you're doing problems like this, make a table. Figure 1, figure 2, figure 3, number 1, 2, 3, whatever it is, first month. A lot of these word problems they're gonna be like, okay, you have a job and you started in April. How much money you're gonna make by the 9th month? Okay, so you start in April. How much am I gonna make in April? Then May, and then June, and then July, and then August, and then September, and then October. Make the table out there, write the amount of money that you're going to make for each month, and that will make a whole lot more sense. You'll be able to tell, oh yeah, that's an arithmetic sequence. Oh no, that's not. And also it can help you figure out, okay, after 7 months, this is how much money I'm going to make, and so on and so forth. So when all else fails on these problems today, make a table. It will help you immensely. All right, so we're going to do number 6 together from the homework. Okay, and remember, if this is not in your notes, remember this is the explicit rule. And I told you on Monday, this is the rule we're going to use most. This is the one that has the most everyday applications for it. So if you do not know this, make sure you know this. This will be on a quiz next week. So make sure you know the explicit rule at least. Okay, and it's just my first number plus the number that's being added all these times n minus 1. Okay, so number 6 on your homework for today says a photographer charges a sitting fee of $69.95 for one person. Okay, so that's my A1. My initial value where I'm starting is, if there's one person, then you get charged $69.95. So that's my A1. Okay? Now, then it says each additional person in the picture is $30. So she charges $30 more for each additional person. What is the total sitting fee charge for a group of 10 people to be photographed? Okay, so let's plug these in. I just told you, first person, or A1, is $69.95. Okay? And then it says for each additional person, she charges $30. So let's make a chart here, because I told you, making a chart. Now, we're not necessarily going to have to make a chart all the way out to 10. Let's just do 5. So with one person, she charges $69.95. With 2 people, okay, it's $69.95 for the first person plus an additional $30. So that means it's $99.95. Sounds like I need to be a photographer instead of a teacher. I'd be making a lot more money, but whatever. All right, so 3 people. I add another $30 for the third person. That's going to be $129.95. And then for the fourth person, another $30, so that's $159.95. And then for the fifth person, it's going to be another $30, so it's $189.95. Okay, so here's my table so far. And I know that's really hard to read, but those are my values. Started at $69.95, and then I just added $30 every time for each additional person. Now you got to be careful because some of you are going to look at the chart and say, okay, well for 10 people, it's just going to be double that. That's not how arithmetic sequences work because I didn't charge $30 for the first person. The first person was $69.95. And then every person after that was $30. If everybody got charged $30, then I could just multiply 30 times 10 and have my answer. However, I got charged more for the first person than each additional person, so this ends up being an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so now this is where my fun little explicit rule comes in. I have my A1, that says $69.95. That's right here, that's my first number. So what other numbers do I need? Okay, so what I'm going to write down, I'm looking for 10 people. So I'm going to do f of 10 equals, pretty straightforward, A1, which is $69.95, no jokes. I hear you laughing in there. Okay, plus, what's my common difference? Well, my common difference is what am I being charged for each additional person after the first one? Yeah, it's $30. So my common difference is $30 times n minus 1. What is n minus 1? Well, n is 10, so n minus 1 is 9. So this is how I set up my explicit rule to find this out. F of 10 equals my initial value, $69.95, plus my common difference, 30, times n minus 1. N was 10, n minus 1 is 9. Okay, so just do the math. It's simple arithmetic. So I have $69.95 plus 270, because 30 times 9 is 270. And that gives me f of 10 equals $339.95. So for 10 people to be photographed, I end up being charged $339.95. Now, I could have found this by writing the chart out and doing 6 and then 7 and then 8 and then 9, doing all the way out there. I'd get the same answer. So it's way easier. If I need the chart, I can do the chart. For this one, I didn't really need the chart. For some of them, you will. Okay, so it's always safer to go ahead and do a chart so the numbers make sense. Okay, that's all you're doing. So you guys can do 5 and 7 on your own. Figure out 1, 2, 3, and 4. Determine whether it is that series of geometric figures would be considered an arithmetic sequence or not. It's actually kind of an interesting problem. So do those, and then we will get back to it tomorrow.